Is the camera on? Is it finally recording? Hi, my beautiful Chubs. Welcome back to my channel. Royal Chubness here. Hello. So, why did I get so up and close and personal? I just slide the chair forward. I'm like, hello. First off, I was laying on the mattress on the bed because I was finishing my show. I was watching Ghost Whisperer. I was watching all 4 seasons. And no, it's not going to be like, yeah, it kind of reminded me of you and that I wanted to hop on by. And no, yeah, the Ghost Whisperer reminded me of you. I'm like, no. You know, like Scary Movie or Scream? Remember the part where he goes up to Cindy's room and talks about the extras? No, okay. Yeah. So I was like, I really want to vlog. I don't know what's taking me. I really want to vlog. But I'm just like, I don't know what to talk about. Yes, I don't know what to talk about. And it doesn't show because on a lot of my videos I talk a lot. But it's just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. What kind of topic are we going to talk about? I'm just like, actors, you got to go with the flow. And I'm like, why not just do the introduction? I'm like, I really want you guys to get to know me because I'm fine shooting out stories and my skits or when I'm doing reviews or doing customization. But I really want you guys to see me for me and the person behind the camera. That's why a lot of the changes here on this channel has been happening. I'm thankful for all the opportunities, especially being here and doing this. I never thought I would be able to do this, but I am doing this. But before I get started with like the first vlog, I want to give a special thank you to Official Bunny Boo for inspiring me to create my vlogs. Like I've always wanted to become a vlogger and or a podcaster, but I try it and then it just doesn't work for me because I get very discouraged. But she inspires me. Like, come on, I talk about her here and there on my channel, and it's true because she does inspire me. I love watching her videos. So actually, if you're watching this, just know that I love you and I love everything that you do, and just know that you inspire me, and I just appreciate you so much. So I was thinking about the introduction, but it's just like I don't want to overshare because I also got reprimanded a lot for oversharing in my Instagram social media. People were telling me that I was too dark with my emotions. I had to let things go when I was mourning my father and telling stories about him. And I'm like, why am I even listening to these people? They're part of the many reasons as to why I'm doing this in the first place. Most of them are not even following me, and most of them are blocked. So what's the whole point in me listening to these? But it's just like, it sticks here, but no more. This is going to be it. I'm gonna do it. I'm already doing it. Hector, just keep doing it. I'm doing it. So welcome to my first vlog. Don't know what I'm doing, but we're just gonna go with the flow, and we're gonna pretend to think that I know what I'm doing. Because most of the time, I don't even know what I'm doing. Most of my videos are all improvised. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. That's neither here nor there. We're just gonna go with the flow. So most of you already know my name is Hector, and I go by Royal Chubness on all of my platforms. The reason why I go by Royal Chubness, it's not only to like reclaim a word, it's to basically put myself in my crown and empower and inspire people. I've been using that name for like what, 2.5 years now, and I've only gotten one person asking me if that was fatphobic. I'm a plus size person. I'm reclaiming the word, and people who I guess like when you are on the different end of those type of situations, you understand when people are being malicious. When people call me Chubs, it's a name of endearment. I know they're not being malicious. I am reusing that word and reclaiming it, and I call my supporters my Chubs because that is just me acknowledging their power and their passion as individuals, and it has nothing to do with physicality. It's the energy and their individuality that they bring into the content, and it's great to get to know people. And that's why I wanted to do these vlogs, is because I want all of my videos to feel not only entertaining but homey. Like, this is your home, you made it. Let's get into it. So yes, my name is Hector. I am a Sagittarian. I was born in November. Whoop whoop for all the November babies. Oh wait, Sagittarian babies, because I know half of November is Scorpio. Nothing wrong with Scorpios. Just saying that, I gotta rep my Sag pride. So yeah, you're Sagittarius. If you are a different sign and you want to share it, go ahead. I am here for it. I love astrologies. I love it. Shortly, I don't want to be like, well, I like walks in the parks and I like eating cookies after dark with a little bit of milk. I don't want to be like that person to give you all details, but I really wanted to talk to you about who I am as a person. I don't only collect dolls. I love music. I love singing. I love dancing. I love crafting. I love painting. Well, I guess painting can go into crafting. I just love art in general. And if I can get my hands on doing it, I will. I would. I will. Yeah. I also like to game. Yes, I'm a gamer. I did do live gaming on TikTok and it was pretty fun for the most of it. But I guess like the best experience is meeting people from there. Hi Jaden. Hi Bubble. Hi L. Hi Derp. Just to name a few, there's quite a couple people that I really got to know, and they really made their presence and their personality known, and it was a great time. But just to name a few. Yeah. I love cooking. One thing I did want to do is introduce cooking to my channel. Don't know why. I think Bubble is getting to me right now because I do enjoy cooking. They suggested it though, doing a live while cooking. I like the idea, but I don't know. It's just like everything I wanted to do with everything that pertains to my little activities. That's just a little bit of the hobby stuff that I have. I told you, I have hobbies. And I guess that's why I'm a multi-collector. And for those that may not know, my definition of multi-collector is a person who likes to collect multiple brands and it's not designated for one or two brands. It's multi. Like I collect Monster High, Rainbow High, my Naturalistas, Barbie, Bradzillas, those little mini Disney things. I don't Shopkins. No, ooh, I'm getting them mixed up. Doorables. Someone said, don't you mean Doorables? I read you. Whoever did that, I knew what you were. I heard you. Did I say Bratz? I think I didn't say Bratz, but Bratz, as you can see, I have many different minis and stuff like that. That is part of my altar. Most of you don't know that, but I am a spiritualist. I'm a being that likes to feel connected to the universe and the energies. And I don't want to sound like that person, but it is the truth. I like connecting energetically. That's maybe something to talk about in a different segment or whenever I get into those very moments where I need it. Probably I'll record myself doing it. I don't know how comfortable I would be to do that. But we will see. We will see. Like my main goal is just to show you what is behind the camera. That's not 100%. Oh, right. So let's go ahead and do the reviews, But mainly of my content is focused around dolls. I just love dolls. And so being a multi-collector, I'm just fascinated with dolls that really connect to me. And I mentioned this before. I don't really like buy every single doll. I wait until I'm really connected to the doll. I think that Rainbow High is the second doll line that I collected as a whole, because all other doll lines I don't collect them completely or every single character. The first one was Monster High when they were in their first generation. I collected all of the Monster High dolls under the sun. There are also some topics that I don't feel comfortable talking about because I guess a lot of people do not take in to changes. One thing is I don't care if they're uncomfortable. I just don't want to deal with it because I've been dealing with it for so long. And it was just, how do I talk about this? And it's by my sexual identity and my gender identity. I am a non-binary queer person. I don't know if you guys saw that throughout my videos, but I use a lot of they, them pronouns when it comes to me. Most of you do not address me as he or him or his or I'm a man. but I never really felt comfortable until now to address it. I am a non-binary person. I go by they them pronouns, prefer they them pronouns. Occasionally I'm okay with people who are trying to adjust their vocabulary because it's understandable. We grow up with pronouns that are used as descriptors, and so my niece and nephew understand and know that I'm a non-binary person, and so they would address me with he him pronouns in Spanish or in English because it's easier for them, and I'm really not going to inconvenience them. As they get older, their vocabularies are going to start to change, and so but they acknowledge that I'm non-binary. A lot of people do tend to get very disrespectful in society because of how I present, or they just wanted to be very malicious. One thing I want to put out there is that I've always known that I never connected to the gender that was given to me at all. I've always had very conflicting moments and experiences with people who would often categorize me as a girl, or as a woman, or as a female, or as very feminine, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm gonna preface this by saying I embrace that regardless if anybody were to say that. But whenever I got into those instances with people that would misgender me by calling me a woman growing up because I was queer, I would often say, no, I'm a man, I'm a boy, but they would laugh at it because I was too feminine to be quote unquote a male, And now that I'm reclaiming being non-binary, because that little itch that I've been getting, a little zap in my head, that every single time I said I'm a boy, that was happening in my body. I wish I could explain it. It was just, I knew that that's not my gender. I just didn't know what or who I was. People just pushed it on me. Now that I'm reclaiming my identity as non-binary, people are like, you're a man. But you were saying I was a girl. So now I'm a man. So what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is so hypocritical when people do those type of things, when people are just trying to live their authentic self. And I am a little fearful when it comes to like owning my identity, because a lot of people I guess it's just the generation that I was born into. We just got so used to being in this little mold just to make others feel comfortable while we inconvenienced ourselves. And so now that I'm reclaiming a lot of stuff, those people are feeling inconvenienced. I'm over here enjoying who I am and coming into my own character, my own identity, and they don't like that. So me being non-binary has nothing to do with anyone else in society. It has to do more with me as a person that I am today. And I've always been this way. I've always known I was different. So for those that don't know what non-binary people are, they're just people who do not associate with the binary or the gender that was given to them at birth. And I can only speak for my experience and not other people, but just so that everyone understands that being a non-binary person doesn't necessarily, one, we do not owe anyone androgyny, and two, it's not all that it seems or it looks. Like, I can look like this, and there are people who can look like this, and they're still non-binary. Again, it's just who they are as a person. This is who I am as a person. I'm a type of person who embraces all types of energy, feminine, masculine, all of the other energies that exist in between. That is me. So yes. So now that you guys know, I do go by they them pronouns, and I don't know how it will be received, but at the end of the day, this is just me. It's me, and I'm gonna live it. I'm gonna live it to the end of the world, and I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching. I know how to dance. I don't know why I'm hopping. More so than it feels very refreshing to, refreshing. It feels really good to let that go and to like get so that you guys get to know more about my identity as a person. I'm very thankful for the individuals who have followed me on this journey, and every day they respect me and I respect them, and it's just the mutual understanding and educating ourselves and whatnot. It's amazing. I also want to talk about something that's been very heavy, a very heavy topic to talk about. And that's being neurodivergent. I don't talk about it because I just don't. I guess it just puts into perspective a lot of the things that were put on me and said to me by my relatives. You know, growing up, about my comprehension skills. I'm doing a lot better and feeling a lot comfortable to talk on the phone, to talk to a phone to you guys. But normally, when I have conversations with people, I do have a slight a slight grammar imperfection, where then it turns into a stutter, and then a pause. And those are the things that I mentioned before. Is that whenever I stumble upon a word, I stutter or I start to pause, and that pause can be longer than anything. I can make a video and it'll be a whole hour, and then in that hour is only 30 minutes of me doing this. Yeah, that is something that I tend to like w- that I'm working through, but I guess I just didn't want to accept it. I've been masking my whole life, you know, and it has gotten me really tired. But it's not until I met Camilo who had made me feel comfortable enough to show who I am and like take all of my layers and like be okay with the person that I am that's behind that mask. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there are some times where I do get angry because I miss it. I miss feeling comfortable, navigating through society, wearing a mask, and being this overly confident person. Because there's nothing wrong. I mean, I am confident, but I'm saying like there's. I wish I can describe the persona that I had to build throughout the years to survive. Confident enough to talk to people. I don't socialize. I don't like socializing. It's just something that it's never been a part of me. I'd rather be in my room than socialize. It tires me to socialize a lot. Mainly because when I do socialize with people, I try to connect through empathy and try to understand them, and I ask so many questions. And there's a lot going on chemically in my brain and in my body that just makes me feel really off. So I don't like socializing with people, but I had to mask that. I don't like being the center of attention, but I had to mask that and become the center of attention when I used to do performances, when I used to work at my old job as an activities associate. I had to look people directly in the eye, which I don't do that. I don't even look at myself in the camera. As you notice, I look side to side a lot. It's because I don't feel comfortable looking at myself. I don't look at people in the eye unless I'm connecting with you, or it's just like, I don't know, I just don't, I kind of listen to the vibes when it's on me that this person's maybe not so good, it doesn't feel good. I honestly, even though if I feel it, I give people the benefit of the doubt. And then when I get to know the reasonings as to why I've been getting those bad vibes, and I'll be like, oh, okay, now I understand. But yes, that's talking about it. I am also dealing with I am also dealing with overstimulation, which I've always suffered with it. I just never knew what it was called. Camilo pointed it out, and we are expecting to go get to seek a specialist to understand why these overstimulations happen. Sound mostly, I think it's called misophonia. To describe it very shortly, I don't know if I have it. I don't really know, but any sound affects my emotions. So for example, the clinging of the dishes when someone's like putting them together or stacking them up, that tends to hurt my ears and it makes me angry. It's uncontrollable. I don't understand it. I don't understand how it happens, but it does. When I'm really like even high frequencies sometimes affect. I can hear very high frequencies that would either make me feel sick. There are also instances where some sounds make me sad, like very very certain sounds just like messes with my emotions, and it gets very uncontrolled. I also have certain things that has affected me, like for example organization. I can let go in my own space in this dog room and have a mess, but in the outside, if I put something in a spot, I my brain, when I go back, it should be there. And if it's not there, I get angry out of nowhere instead of just looking around. I'm telling you, there's just a lot of things that I want to understand. So I did take an examination from a website that has really good. Oh, I thought I had boogers. I took an examination from a website that was very well known. I don't remember it, but it had really good reviews, and this is the reason why I'm gonna seek a specialist, just so that I can understand more about it and really not only understand it but understand myself and my reactions and stuff like that. So I took the examination, and it resulted that I am in the spectrum of autism. Never understood that. A relative, instead of taking me to help me, they would belittle me, talk about my comprehension skills, called me a lot of ableist terms, which I will not repeat because I don't like those terms, nor do I want to use them. Now as an adult, I'm struggling because I do see, and I'm also learning that with autism, it's a spectrum. It's just been really hard to understand it and put it to understanding more about myself. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have to do what's best and seek a specialist to understand it and really understand the person that I am. And it sucks because I feel like if I knew this at a very young age, it would have helped me understand more. But yeah, that's one thing. There may be some editing here in this video because it's already 30 minutes and most of it was just like me thinking. Yes, that's going to be a conversation from when I do have like better understanding of myself as a person. Sometimes a lot of people will make fun of the way that I talk or way that I process things. And it makes me, and sometimes I laugh at it because it's just like, I don't know what else to do. But it does really hurt me because it's just like, I'm not trying to do this to make you feel, funny. Yes, it's just like, I don't want people to make fun of me because of certain things that I do as a person on a normal day-to-day basis. Makes any sense, but yeah, that's a little bit more about me. I mean, I don't. There's other things that I'm still working through and healing, all of that good stuff. But we can then move on to the reasonings as to why I collect dolls. I know I talked about it. My grandmother, who's my father's mother, she used to be a doll collector. Her name was Delia, Abuela Delia. We call her Grandma Delia. She was a doll collector. And my fondest memories will always be her. And so I remember her and her dolls and how she treated them. She got them, displayed them, and she also had dolls on the side for me to play with. But that's not where my passion of dolls came from. My grandmother showed me that world, but that's her as a collector, and I don't want to. We share this. I do this, and I do this with her memory. I feel like she's with me when I collect dolls, or I have my own collection. But the reasonings as to why I collect dolls is because dolls have always made me feel happy, have always made me feel seen. And for some odd reason, like a little plastic thing, had me feeling so comfortable in my own skin compared to my relatives growing up. But I was never able to have dolls because, again, the whole stigma of like boys don't collect dolls, those type of things. Always loved dolls. I feel like, I guess I just see myself a lot in these dolls, not as like, not like that like they have a certain representation of me. It's just that I see and treat them as if how I would wanted how I would have wanted to be treated. So I see them as myself, as my little me, and how I'm treating them and loving them and seeing them. A lot of these dolls, which I don't think I have anymore, but when I first started collecting, they were my escape from reality. So a lot of the times whenever I got stood up or had people make fun of me or some situation happened at home, blah blah blah, I went to Toys R Us and I would buy a doll. Toys R Us just made me happy. And then they closed. But that's a different fight with Jeffrey. Anyways, they closed, and I don't know. I just went for a doll, and then it's just like what I explained. They made me feel good. They made me feel comfortable. They helped me escape, but by also helping me, acknowledging what was going on with me, and seeing if I can, and see if I can work it out through them. And so I collect them because it's a passion of mine. They make me feel happy. They make me feel like I'm not invisible. Like a lot of people made me feel invisible. They made fun of me, and then it's just like when I have these plastic dolls looking so pretty as they are, they don't. I look at them and I'm like, you're so beautiful, and they don't judge me. I mean, when I give them voices and stuff like that of them judging me, that's just me in my head. I know for a fact that these dolls just bring the beauty that already is within me, and they inspire me every day. They inspire me every day, and so that's why I will never give up on doll collecting, even though it is a little suffocating. Because dolls nowadays, especially depending on how financially stable you are, they can get really expensive, and so it's really difficult to want a doll and have to sell things. And if I don't sell anything, I have to ask my partner, if we do have the money, or I have to like go into a little savings that I have. That is not pretty much. Just like a few dollars here or there that I accumulated throughout the months. Selling things. So it gets a little difficult, and when we do have the money, I start to feel like I'm taking away from the necessities that we need to survive, and it just makes me feel really. It makes me feel bad, but I try to make it through with them as much as I say this. I try my hardest to get the ones that make me happy. Like I have bought these two, Sunny and Skylar, for $25 each when I got the coupon from MGA. And I have not bought the other ones because 35 per doll. The quality is good. I'm not gonna lie, the quality is good. But I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be realistic. I don't have that kind of money to be popping, $35 per doll. 25 is like there, But I'm okay with waiting. And that's not an issue with me. I am a collector because it makes me happy. I feel like a lot of collectors have their own reasonings as to why they collect the things that they do collect. This is my reasonings. I feel so connected with them. I'm connected with myself through them. I'm connected with my grandmother through them. I'm connected with the people I've met through them. and I just sold something. Wow. Who did? Who gave me those good wishes? Who said Hector's gonna make money? Boom, and I sold something. But it was just a jacket, but still. $2 is $2. Anyways. But yeah, I hope that kind of opens up as to the reasonings that I collect. Oh, and I also do photography when I want to capture something beautiful, and it's like every single doll that I take a picture of. They're all freaking beautiful. I love taking photos and giving my dolls their photo shoot and dressing them up just for the photo shoot. Here's a doll that I've been so happy about. My favorite, Monique. I actually gave her these 4 braids, gave her these tendrils. It's a braid within a braid, you know? And then this beautiful outfit. It just fits her. I also took out her eyebrows. I feel like Monique looks so much better without her eyebrows. But now this one is my 3rd one. Yeah, because Monique is over there. She's laying down. Nova kind of caught her, you know, slip it in the back while I was recording my video, and they posted the picture on our Discord. And I'm like, I'm not ashamed. But I have 2, and I have 2 outside of the box, and I have one inside of the box, which again, my favorites will always have a box. I love restyling them and taking pictures of them because I feel like it's just another world, and I get to create. I used to do stories underneath it, and I just stopped doing that. I just put like a nice little caption and just post it and go. But my main focus is the picture. Just the picture. So yeah. That's another thing that I'm very proud of with the dolls is that they helped me. I sold another thing. You guys are making me get rich here. Stop it. I just sold another thing. I'm sorry. I'm acting like I didn't, you know. I'm acting like a rich squirrel. Don't worry. I'm not going to play it. I know everyone. I'll be your naughty squirrel. I'm calling all my squirrels. We're gonna play. So yes, I don't know. I lost my track of time. Dang it, that naughty squirrel song. Anyways, I'm just happy to be here and doing these videos. Some days are better than others, but one thing about making these videos and feeling finally free is just that it's amazing. I think that what makes it amazing is that I get to connect with people and get to know them through this passion. And even though I may not have an entire army, I think that the individuals who are with me to this day, like, they are my army. And I'm very grateful that I'm able to do these things, even though back in my head I'm fighting myself to do this. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. You know what's really funny? I'm over here thinking of like, what else can I say? I'm like, it's just so weird to be like, about me. All right, so what can I write about me? You remember when you used to do that in MySpace? I mean, if you were from that era, where you put your description about yourself and be like, this is me. I used to just put my age, where I'm from, and that's it. I never feel that out. I'm like, yeah, I love pizza, I love donuts, I love hamburgers, I love tofu, I love, food. I mean, I don't know what to say. Another message. I don't know what to say. It's really fun to like chit chat about certain things. I guess it's just like keeping it very minimal and having you guys understand more in depth about me. And I don't know, even if it makes me feel uncomfortable, I guess it makes me feel more uncomfortable because I feel like I'm socializing, not me making myself feel uncomfortable. It's just the whole idea of socializing. But I really did enjoy like making this introduction, I guess. And we can probably start doing more vlogs. I mean, can you imagine wake up in the morning, and I'd be talking about like random stuff and topics, and whatnot. These videos that I'm putting out is not just my journey. I feel like it's our journey. You know, it makes, if it makes people feel good that I'm doing my job. If it makes people, if it's helping people feel empowered, I'm doing my job. I'm that one person that you tell me, hey, I'm gonna get this doll, do it. Get the doll. Get it because you deserve it. I'll be encouraging you to do all these things because that's just the person that I am. But I really do hope that, you know, a lot of the things that I was saying in this video doesn't get misinterpreted. But if you ever have any questions about me as a person now, or if you have any questions in general, just let me know. I have no problem educating and just like giving more information. I guess just like the introductions are always so weird for me in my type of situations. Because I really don't know what to say. Go figure. That's so ironic. I don't know what to say because most of the time I'm like improvising things. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know how to end these. Usually I have like a script in my head on how to end videos, but I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be like that. Like that one's for those type of videos, not this. Not this type of videos. So all I can say is I guess I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for listening, Chubs. Bye.